In this video, we are going to cover a good asymmetric trade entry that went against us. Earlier in the day, we made 230% returns on a very similar contract. And so this was a re-entry where things didn't go all in our favor. We got back out just above where we entered and was a small loss after scaling out, but it was worth the risk in my opinion. It was still a good trade despite it being a losing trade, which is something that I think a lot of beginners need to understand, that you can have good trades and bad trades and they can be in either direction. You can have a winning trade and it still be a bad trade, and you can have a losing trade and it still be a winning trade. This is a common misconception. If you make a lot of money on a trade but you didn't know what you were doing and you just followed somebody's advice and you didn't know how to enter and exit appropriately, well, it can still be a bad trade, because if you were to do the same exact thing in the future, you probably would lose money. Now, on the other hand, if you lose on a trade, you can still have a good trade if you followed all your rules and remained disciplined and unemotional throughout the process. That's the important distinguishing factors between a good and a bad trade. And now we're going to dive into this trade, which was a pretty good entry. There was a couple things that didn't go in our favor, which is just fine because we had an exit strategy. So now I'm evaluating this position to see whether or not I'm going to be entering, and I'll go ahead and draw in my price levels that I will relay to the community. So we have the resistance between 475 and 485 cents, and this is where the stop loss for this trade will be. We are going to price target the 440 cents for an add or a scale into the position, and we are going to target the lower Fibonacci extension lines at the 399 and 80 cents, the 399 and 50 cent marks right below. This is how the trade looks. And with this being said, this is an asymmetric trade setup. This is exactly the kind of trades that we take on a daily basis. And this is the same trade that I took earlier in the day that netted the 230% return on the option put position. So with that being said, this trade does end up, well, you'll find out. So we are going to stop out with a tight stop loss on this position, and that is because we are scaling in. If this trade goes against us, we can cut it quickly, and if it goes in our favor here, we know that we can add to it at the 441 mark. So there's also an inverse cup and handle on this trade as well. So this is my stop zone on this trade. So this is really kind of a key moment, whether or not I want to keep this. I mean, it is an inverse. It's a really strong pattern, and chances are this is going to go down. The market has been really weird, and we could potentially rip over VWAP. But if that were to happen, it wouldn't just happen right away with the price action. I don't think anything's possible, of course. So we'll just be patient, very patient. I just want to point out here as well that from what I've already said in this video, we have a perfect candle retracing into my stop loss zone. Now, if I had set my stop losses and physically set them instead of mentally set them, I could have got stopped out of this trade. This was pretty clearly an attempt to fake out bears. We're going to find out if that's true in just a couple minutes, I assume, by the way this candle's shaping up. Yeah, I just want to note that it's important, to keep mental stop losses using technical analysis on these short-term trades. When you have a longer-term trade and you have bigger stop loss zone and you can set alerts that would warn you if you're getting near that, that's different. When we're day trading, scalping like we are on this specific trade, we're not gonna be risking the stop loss being set physically. And that's something that you'll have to be disciplined about, because it's easy for somebody to just disrespect their own stop loss zone and chase a trade that they shouldn't be chasing. The fact that we kind of stopped, we had that big long wick inside of my candle, or inside of my stop loss range, kind of makes me a little bit more confident that it was a fake out and that we're going to continue down. That being said, you could take this as a bull flag as well, depending on how you look at it. But again, we have this cup and handle formation, and that means we have strong resistance obviously built into this VWAP range. This is also a cup and handle. You could also call this a bear pennant. So this trade did my antithesis or my alternative thesis of this being a bull flag. So we're scaling out now. Took a 10% loss on the first exit. I'm looking to exit again if we don't reject this. So right before we did that rip up above the VWAP, right around here, I let the community know that if we did rip above this level, that I would close the position for a small loss because now we have support on the VWAP and we could continue to trend. So we closed it for a 12% loss, and I just explained to them what our risk to reward would have been on that trade and the way that we scaled in. So it's all about the risk to reward. Our reward on that trade would have been huge with about 150% gain or more potentially, or less, honestly. Could have been less. I say still 100% gainer was pretty easy if we had broken down off of that support at 440 cents. And instead we got the rip above VWAP for a small loss. We cut the position and we are ready to potentially take another position, short position, if things go back in our favor. I don't really expect them to. I'm not counting on them to because we did make that trade earlier for 233%. I hope that helped you guys. If that makes sense on how we entered, we got in on this, around this support. This was our break even on this candle. We got back out just above where we entered and was a small loss after scaling out, but it was worth the risk in my opinion. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Leave comments if you have anything, any inputs, or if you want to know more about my style. If you think that I'm completely wrong and why I'm trading, I'd love to hear that too. So go ahead and leave your comments below and we will see you in the next video.